What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? This is your boy Is Nefarious, and I am here for another episode of your New England Patriots rebuild, where we got Drake Maye at the helm, and he is doing pretty well so far. 25-10 win last week against the Bengals. Taking a look at the depth chart real quick, we're gonna go through the team. We're not gonna talk too much. Obviously Drake Maye. I was gonna say Jacoby Brissett. Obviously Drake Maye still the starter. We're not making any changes from last week. You know, you come out with a win. There's no reason to make any changes. So what you see here is what you're gonna get from this Patriots team. Very solid. The offensive line needs some help. The defensive line has been pretty good. Definitely was able to stop the run last week, and we were able to get to the quarterback as well. We played. I think the defense played really well. The coverage was really good, and Drake Maye was solid that week. But let's take a look at the Seahawks roster because that's what we got this week. So let's take a look at what they are dealing with. All right, here we are with the Seahawks. You got Geno Smith as a starting quarterback. He's a 78 overall, not that bad. Kenneth Walker is the number 1 running back. You got Zach Charbonnet, George Halani, and then you got Kenny McIntosh. George Halani doesn't have a face scan in the game. Well, he has the face scan. He doesn't have the ID in the game yet. You got Jack West over there at fullback. You got DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith is Najigba. You got Tyler Lockett and LaVista Chenault. As you can see, Jackson Smith, a 83 overall. Noah Fant is the number 1 tight end. Taking a look at the offensive line. The offensive line is pretty bad. A couple 60s in there, a couple 70s, and then it's kind of like our offensive line. It's oddly similar. Take a look at the defensive line. You got Byron Murphy there. You got Leonard Williams as well. You got Jaron Reed. You got Jonathan Hawkins. Uchenna Nwosu at left outside linebacker. You got Jerome Baker at middle linebacker, and then Tyrell Dodson there. You got Boye Maffey at the right outside linebacker. You got Tyreek Woolen. You got Mike Jackson Sr. You got DJ James. It looks like Witherspoon is injured, as you can see there. We'll take a look at the injuries as well. You got Rashawn Jenkins. You got Julian Love. I think that's the only big injury. So actually, we're not going to go check on that. Kenneth Walker, your third down back. Your slot wide receiver is Tyler Lockett. You got your Russian ends there. But a solid team nonetheless. I would say we're on par for team versus team. They got us in the running back. They got us in the wide receiver position. Our defense, they might be actually a little bit better in the defensive backfield. I think we got the safeties, but the corners, especially with Witherspoon healthy, I think they got us, especially with Tyreek Woolen being the 88 there. We might have him at the edge rushing position with Matthew Judon, and we might have him on the defensive line a little bit, but it's oddly similar. Taking a look at the overalls, you can see it right here, home screen. 82 overall and 82 overall, like I said, oddly similar. But that's the Seahawks roster. We got a good matchup ahead of us. Let's see if we can get into this, and let's see if we are able to come out with another one and start off 2-0 with Drake Maye at the helm. Actually, before we jump into the game real quick, I just wanted to show you the injuries for the Seahawks. You got Trey Brown, and you got Devon Witherspoon. You also got Charles Cross, so one of the better offensive linemen for them. We lost 2 people in practice. Okorafor went down with a turf toe and then a knee sprain from Marco Wilson, who was really, really good in his first game. So that's a big hit to the defense. We'll see how we adjust without him.
Here we are, the New England Patriots taking on the Seattle Seahawks in Gillette Stadium. And as you can see, a little play showcase, Jerome Baker has 9 tackles on the season and 1 interception. So doing this thing at the middle linebacker spot. The Seattle Seahawks team is a solid team, like we talked about earlier in the video. They got all the right pieces around Geno Smith, but Geno Smith might not be the answer. Geno Smith is just a bridge guy. Will they potentially get that right guy in a situation? They're kind of in the same situation the Patriots were when they had Cam Newton, and once they get that guy, they're going to be a dangerous team because you've got the pieces around it. And Geno Smith was actually solid last year, but we still see him as a bridge quarterback. This is Drake Maye's second stop. Will he be able to go ahead and start the season off 2-0 after what happened last year and us being the 3rd overall pick? Him going 2-0 as a rookie quarterback for us will be phenomenal, and we got a good chance here. I think this team's solid, but we definitely get the pieces to potentially take him down. And as you can see, a nice little game from Kenneth Walker. One of the things we did and we didn't like about the first game is the fact that the running game for the opposing team, we have a okay linebacker core. We have a solid defensive line, but it's not otherworldly. It's not crazy. So what we did is we lowered the, we actually upped the run blocking. We didn't lower anything. We upped the run blocking for the CPU, and as you can see with the big holes there, and you're going to see a face mask as well from, I believe, Kyle Duggar there. So it's going to set him up really in really short field, pushing for a touchdown. It was Kyle Duggar that got that interception. But the Seattle Seahawks, as you can see, Geno Smith right there hitting Jackson Smith and Jigaba, one of those big pieces that they have outside of DK Metcalf. Jackson Smith to Jigba getting a touchdown there. So 7-0, the early lead for them. We're going to take it out here with Marcus Jones, see if he could get busy. He has a nice little return, sets us up at the 25. And here comes Drake Maye. Like I said, hopefully we could get another win with him. He has been solid. He's got the arm strength. He's got the mobility. 19 of 23, 279 yards, no touchdowns, no picks from last week. He did everything right. We even had a interview between Gerard Mayo and NFL insider Jeff Howe, and basically Gerard Mayo mentioned that Drake Maye did everything right. Drake Maye didn't checked all the boxes, didn't make any mistakes, did what they needed to. I know early on in that game he did have one throw that was kind of suspect, almost a pick six type of situation. But from there, he cleaned it up. And as you can see here, he's going to use his mobility. That mobility we talked about, gets up the middle and gets a 20-yard gain just from that run. So he is a dual threat in a sense where his legs aren't phenomenal. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Jaden Daniels. He is not Justin Fields. He is not this burner. But he has enough mobility to cause havoc as a running quarterback. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Josh Allen. I don't think he's as much of a bruiser as Josh Allen. But we'll see. Maybe he turns out to be similar because he is the size. He has the same size as Josh Allen. As you can see here, he has his first touchdown to Antonio Gibson. First touchdown in his career goes to the veteran running back who we got from the Washington Commanders. So a great play there. Shout out to Antonio Gibson for being the first player to get Drake Maye's first touchdown, catch Drake Maye's first touchdown. So Drake Maye finally gets on the board for a touchdown there. Geno Smith showing off his legs. But back to the similarities between Drake Maye and Josh Allen. Both got strong arms. Both are big bodies that could run. Josh Allen might be a little faster. Based on the ratings that they put into this game, he is a little faster. And we end the quarter with a 7-7 tie at this moment. Both similar plays. 5, we got 11. They got 11. 7 passes to 4 rushes. So I've been messing with the time. We might even lower the Excel clock. Up the Excel clock. Right now it's at 11 seconds. We might bump it up to 10. See if we get one less extra play there. But I think it's been pretty good. Let me know how you feel about some of the stats we go through at the end of the game. Do you think it's ultra realistic? That's the main key of this series, is to be realistic on top of rebuilding the Patriots. And as you can see, a nice throw just a few seconds ago to Noah Fant for a touchdown from Geno Smith. So the offense for the Seattle Seahawks is rolling, and you're going to see a face mask as well here. So we're getting a couple of calls ourselves, a face mask on the kick return. So we're going to get a nice little setup here. Drake Maye on the rollout. He's going to hit Jaheim Bell. Jaheim Bell with his first catch of the game. He's another guy that, a rookie guy that performed really well in the preseason. So hopefully he becomes somebody for us. And you're going to see a sack there. Hold on to the ball for too long. But a 3rd and 16, and that's a dot to all reliable Demario Douglas. They seem to be getting a good chemistry early on, and as you're going to see, he's going to have Jaheim Bell as well. So the rookie quarterback getting in touch with his rookie tight end. And I know Demario Douglas is not a rookie, but it's kind of that feel. He's still young. He's going to hit Kendrick Bourne there, our best wide receiver. Maybe that's a position we really focus on at the trade deadline. We're going to see what's available and see where we're at. If we're somebody that's in a contending spot and we can improve this team, a few places I'm looking to improve is the offensive line. That's one. Well, that's not one. Wide receiver would be one. Number two, the offensive line. Three, maybe the defensive line. I feel like we got a okay defensive line. We got Keon White right now in the middle with Christian Barmore. We got Josh Uche and Matthew Judon. But if we can add another guy over Matthew, as you can see, Hunter Henry wide open there. It looked like a broken coverage. But as you can see, but speaking about Matthew Judon, having somebody on the other side of him that's as good or if not better would help him a little bit. I think Josh Uche is a cool piece, a young piece. Juju Smith-Schuster goes down there, so that's a big hit to the wide receiver core. Will he be out for a while? You're going to see Antonio Gibson trying to run up the middle. No hole there. And it's going to show Juju right here, his injury. He's got a bruised sternum, so he's not going to return for this game. So we'll see if there's a lengthy injury there. And we're going to get a touchdown there from Antonio Gibson. So Antonio Gibson with 2 touchdowns so far in this game. Looking like a great pickup in the offseason. And a good play by Marcus Jones on DK Metcalf. Just getting up there to deflect the ball before he can make a play. And Jonathan Jones right there with a great interception. Setting us up inside the red zone with under 30 seconds to go. And we're going to go for the end zone. Kendrick Bourne. No. Tyreek Woolen. That's the wrong guy to test. And here we're going to find Demario Douglas over the middle. And it's a touchdown. A great route by Demario Douglas. And like I said, they're building that chemistry. They're building that rapport between Drake Maye and Demario Douglas. He's found him on multiple third downs, and he finds him on that deep in there for a touchdown late in this half to kind of separate us a little bit going into halftime. The score right now is 27-14. We've had 40 offensive snaps to 22. We want to change that a little bit. We're going to see if we can, with some of the sliders, get a little bit more running game going for the Seattle Seahawks and the computer in general. Going around the league, you got the Jets and the Titans. The Titans up 14-0. Will Levis 9 of 18, 108 and a touchdown. Tony Pollard's there. Calvin Ridley with a receiving touchdown so far. And Aaron Rodgers with 2 interceptions. That's a tough look for Aaron Rodgers. The Giants and the Commanders, you got a 24-14 lead. Jaden Daniels with 130, a touchdown and an interception. And as you can see, Daniel Jones with a touchdown there. So the Giants and the Commanders having a good little game there. You got the Bills and the Dolphins. The final 48-42. Josh Allen 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. You're looking at Tyreek Hill, 10 receptions, 153 yards, and a touchdown. Shakir had 136 and a touchdown. A good game there. And we're going to pick it up here in the second half. 2nd and 15. We got the ball at half because we deferred to begin the game. Well, the Seahawks won the toss and elected to receive. That's how that goes. And we're going to get an early holding call already on a 2nd and 15. We're going to back this up even more. 2nd and 25. And guess what? You see another flag come down. And guess what that is? That is another holding. So we're going to back up 3rd and 25. So this is pretty much going to ruin the drive for us. The rookie Jaheim Bell. We're going to just run a little draw. See what we can get. Just give us some space for the punt because we're not doing anything at that point. So we give the Seattle Seahawks the ball back. It's 27-14, and as you can see, the running game got a little bit more wide open lanes, which we like. We want them to be able to get some runs going, and a nice escape there, but he's unable to get the first down by Geno Smith. It's going to lead to a field goal. And he's gonna put this right through the upright. So easy enough. 27-17. We now just got a 10-point lead, and we're gonna try to hit Hunter Henry on a crossing route, and that is almost picked off. Jerome Baker, who was the player spotlight earlier, you could see there, and we're gonna try to hit Hunter Henry again. And we were hoping to get a little bit of space, try to get the first down, but we had to punt. So a 3-and-out is gonna set up this offense once again. So back-to-back 3-and-outs coming out of halftime. Offense stalling a little bit, and Kenneth Walker trying to do his best to try to get this team back into it, and Taki goes down. Hopefully it's not for a long time. We lost Juju Smith-Schuster, and as you can see, DK Metcalf with a strong catch over the middle, but it's going to set up a 4th and 3, and they're going to elect to punt it. But Taki goes down. I don't think he went down for the game. Juju's obviously down for the game, and he might be down for a while. We don't know yet. And then we get another injury, as you can see there, number 93. Unfortunately, I don't know who number 93 is. And Demario Douglas, there he is again, 1st and 10. We're going to hit Demario Douglas on a wheel route. Loving the chemistry there. And nice little run by Ramondre Stevenson. This is chew clock time. This is try to waste some time, 27-17. Try to get the offense down there with the running game. A little play action here and there. We're going to play action boot right into a sack by Nwosu. And then here comes Ramondre Stevenson bouncing off tackles. This is where he thrives here in the 4th quarter. And then we're going to find Kendrick Bourne on a quick out route. And as you could see there at the bottom of the screen, Drake Maye had 3 touchdowns, no picks so far in this game. So he's doing his thing. We're going to get a field goal here to make it 30-17. So doing really, really well. But with the injuries, going back to some of the injuries we've seen in this game, we did turn up the injury slider a little bit. We want to see more injuries. I think it's a little unrealistic if you don't have a few a game. That's just normal. They don't have to be game ending, but they have to pop up here and there between both teams. So you're gonna see Geno Smith trying to create a little bit here. 30-17, chasing 13 with under 8 minutes to go. Definitely feels like they need to get something here, and he's gonna find Tyler Lockett over the middle. What a dot by Geno Smith. Getting a 1st down on a long 3rd down conversion, and then he's going to find a curl route, a broken tackle, and almost a touchdown. I believe number 3 is Eskridge. Eskridge with almost a touchdown there. Actually, that's not Eskridge. Number 3 is somebody else, but Eskridge here with the touchdown. Number 1, Dwayne Eskridge with the touchdown, making it 30-24. So now they're just chasing 6. Can we kill the clock? There's under 4 minutes left. We got to try to kill the clock the best we can. We're going to roll out here, and we're going to take off with Drake Maye. Is he able to get... No, not able to get the 1st down, but he gets a few yards, and he looks like he's hurt there. That's not a good sign, but he comes out very next play, hands it off to Ramondre Stevenson. Makes a nice move, getting us a 1st down. Shout out Ramondre Stevenson with that nice little move. 3rd and 4, big conversion. We hit Hunter Henry on a stick route, giving us a 1st down, and pretty much ending this game as we go to the 2-minute warning. So a big win for us. We're going to go into a victory formation. The final score of this game is 30-24. Drake Maye with 3 touchdowns leading the way, leading us to another victory. He is performing really, really well, and we're proud that he is our quarterback at this point. So shout out Drake Maye with a great performance, leading us to a 30-24 victory. We are 2-0 going into next week, and this is a good time in New England.
All right, looking at some of the stats, we had the score, obviously. The total offense we had as well, 385 to 245. We had the rushing yards, the passing yards, the 1st downs, the punt return yards, the kick return yards, total yards. It was an absolute domination. Red zone they had as well, and they had less penalties than us. Taking a look at the player stats, Drake Maye was 19 of 24, 226, 3 touchdowns, no picks, while Geno Smith was 19 of 26 with 175, 3 touchdowns and 1 pick. Taking a look at the rushing, you had 18 carries for 65 yards for Ramondre Stevenson. Antonio Gibson had 15 for 79, 5.2 yards a carry and a touchdown. And then Kenneth Walker was 12 of 51. Jermichael Hasty got a few carries there. Demario Douglas was our leading receiver with 6 receptions, 102 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Henry had 5 for 58. Tyler Lockett had 4 for 52. 3 catches for 28 yards for Jackson Smith-Njigba. He had a touchdown as well. You had a touchdown from Noah Fant. You had a touchdown from Kendrick Bourne, who only had 2 for 11. And then you had a touchdown for Dwayne Eskridge as well. So a few touchdowns going around, 6 total passing touchdowns. When it came to the offensive line, we gave up 3 sacks, 1 from Caden Wallace, 1 from Cole Strange, 1 from City South. Looking at the defense, we had 10 total tackles for Rashawn Jenkins. Kyle Duggar led our team with 7. Taking a look at the tackles for loss, our leader was Dietrich Wise with 2. And then when it came to sacks, he had 1.5 with Nwosu, 1 for Reed, 1 from Dietrich Wise, a half a sack for Leonard Williams, half a sack for Jonathan Hawkins. Jonathan Jones had the interception, and then with the deflections, there were no deflections, no forced fumbles, no defensive TDs as well. It was a good game all in all. A huge win this week. Next week we take on the New York Jets. We're away in that one. Hopefully we can come out with a win. Hopefully next week we got a little more of a challenge, but hopefully we go 3-0. But other than that, I am It's Nefarious, and I am out of here. You have a great one.